Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Match Betting Chronicles. Okay, so Australia have just finished their innings and they've now got the highest score at this ground. So let me just show you. Yep, 352 for 7. Now, there's not been many games at this ground, but yeah, they do now have the highest score. So a decision has to be made here if I'm going to re-enter this market as to what strategy I should go for. Now, technically, I mean, Australia are, I can back them for 1.49, and India would have to do something very special to win this game. I mean, it could happen um, because this is a very, very friendly batting track. But I think it is difficult batting second, isn't it? I think if we look at these games, I think they've all been pretty much won by the team batting first when there's been a big total of above 300. Um, yeah, so that's the issue. So expecting Australia to win, but having said that, India, they've got I think the most successful run chases over 350. So if anyone can do it, they can. And the other thing, I mean, we have to take into consideration this ground. It is ultra batting friendly. So if you look at the Australia innings, wow. I mean, look at these strike rates. Even the lower order bowlers have done pretty well. So yeah, there is that. The top order of Australia extremely, extremely well. So, it's not I could lay Australia here as well because India don't have to win this match for me to make a profit. They just need to start well, and there's a good chance they will. They've got some of the two good batters back in Kohli and I think it's Rohit, but I know they are missing the batter with the highest average. He's been rested, so that's a bit of a concern. The other concern is, I think, in the other matches that in Australia lost, they rested some of their bowlers, and this is pretty much their best bowling attack, is what I've read from my research. Although some of these players may be lacking a bit of fitness, so yeah, it's a tricky one. I don't really know what the best thing to do here is. The other alternative is that India have a strong batting lineup, obviously, so if they lose one or two early wickets, which they might do because they've got to come out chasing this high total, somewhere along the lines, the middle order will, stabilise a bit, and maybe that's when I should enter the trade if that happens. So, say if India lose a couple of early wickets, the price will go right out. Might be able to back them at something like 6. Um, and then if there's a little recovery by the middle order, sort of lay around this sort of price or 4. So yeah, there's options, but obviously that won't happen if India just get off to a cracking start, which could happen according to this pitch. Then I'll miss that opportunity. So, but the point is, I've already made £49.50 on this game, so I can use that as security. Really, I could maybe lay Australia for about £96, and then worst come to worst, if Australia just if the bowlers have an absolute field day, um, and I'm not able to trade out, then yeah, I've lost nothing. So that is probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna back India to have a good start basically, and then I'm expecting a little wobble, and maybe there'll be an opportunity to reback Australia later in the game. Um, because I do think it will be a very difficult total to chase down. Anyway, that's just some of my thoughts for doing the pre-trading. Okay, so back with this game, and I had a lot of thoughts about what I should do. In the end, I did lay Australia at the start of the innings. Well, I was a bit late. I missed a few. I missed the start, and but I laid in the first over at odds of 1.54 in the hope that India would have a good start, and that's paid off at the moment. They've had a brilliant start. So they're currently 56 for no wickets, and the current run rate is 8. So they're actually, going beyond the run rate needed. However, my only concern at the moment is I think Washington Sundar, he's not used to being an opener at this level anyway. So you can see his strike rate is a bit low. And India have not started as quickly as Australia did. Although the line is, it's getting closer. So yeah, maybe I should keep the faith. But yeah, this, like I said, I don't want to stay on him for the whole game. But because the other thing is why I wanted India to have a better start is because the ball will slow down. After the power play's finished at the end of the 10 overs, they'll. That's what happened to Australia, didn't they? They started slowing down, and I think it was the ball got softer. So I don't know. I'm not an expert on cricket, but yeah, I think the pitch might slow down as well, and it might just be more difficult to get runs as the game goes on. So I think Washington really needs to, improve, get his strike rate up if India are to win this game. But anyway, might be wrong. Okay, so the good news is it's offering me an £86 cash out now, and I think I can stay in for a bit longer because, even if Australia got a wicket, India have made a good start, and I can't see the price falling below 1.5. So I'll still be able to exit the market for the original profit that I made earlier on. So that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want to get into a situation now where I walk away with, zero profit. I should be making something out of this position now. So yeah, that's my plan now. Because of India have made a good start, I'll stay in, at least until the power play is finished. If they if they don't lose any wickets. Okay, so I'm back with this game, and I'm in a little wobble now. Australia have just taken a wicket at the end of the 10th over. Now, the good news is it was the guy that was struggling with the runs, basically. So let's just have a look at the scorecard. Okay, so Rohit Sharma is in fine form. He's scoring very, very quickly. That's actually the fastest he's made a 50 in a one-day international, I believe. Okay, so what might help basically is that, yeah, Virat Kohli, he's the main man. He is very, very experienced. I think a lot of people would say the best player in the side. So I'm tempted to stay in. I know I should have probably got out at the end of the power play at 10 overs. That's what I was thinking of doing. But yeah, I decided to try and, leave it a couple more overs. Yeah, and I've got caught out. It was starting, Australia are about 2.5, and I thought if they can get to sort of 2.8, maybe around 3, then I'll think about trading out and backing Australia for the win. But anyway, now that Virat's in, We've still got a decent cash out available, so that's, I could cut my losses here. But I'm still thinking, even if Australia take the second wicket, um, the odds won't go below 1.5, so I'll still make some money out of this. I'll have the money that I originally made. So it's kind of risk-free at the moment, I believe. So yeah, I'm just going to give it a bit longer, and depending on when the second wicket goes. Obviously, if it comes really soon, I'm out of here, and I'll try and protect the money that I made this morning. But hopefully, Virat Kohli and Sharma can put on a big stand here, and then I'll look to back Australia with a little bit of money later. That's if it all goes to plan. Okay, so back with this game, and I've now cashed out for, I think, about £69 profit here. I did get concerned about the score. The scoring has dried up. I mean, if we have a look at the last few overs, the boundaries, have stopped. I thought Virat Kohli would come out and just, blast some runs. I thought it'd do him a favour, that wicket, actually, but yeah, that's not happened. So the last four was at the beginning of the 13th over. So yeah, I've had 2 whole overs of sort of dot balls and singles. Yeah, very slow over, very slow run rate since the wicket, unfortunately. So I think, yeah, you can see that India are quite behind what India were in the same situation. So maybe the pitch has slowed down on the ball, but it could also be India trying to preserve their wickets and having a late flourish. I don't know. But all I do know is that the longer it stays like this, the more pressure India are going to be under. So, yep, I've lost my nerve and sort of traded out now. But now I'm tempted to back Australia, because I do think it'll be hard to achieve this run rate. And fair play to India, if they make it, then brilliant. But it's unlikely. I mean, they've got to get the best score on the ground, and there are not many successful run chases over 350 in one-day internationals. Although I do know if it's going to happen, it will be on a pitch like this, to be fair. So, yep. So the run rate at the moment is gone down to 6, and they need it to be about 7.48. And as you can see, the last 5 overs, they haven't even been scoring at 4 and over. So, yeah, I think this is the right time for me to. I'm just going to put, I think, £25 on Australia. And yeah, if they don't win, I still make £44, and if they do, I've made nearly £100, so it's not bad. Okay, this is the last instalment of this video. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.